Alright, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the Cigars of London YouTube channel. Today we've got two Partagas cigars, which neither of us have actually reviewed on the channel before. What's your one?
Mine's the Partagas Serie D.
And I have the Serie P. They both come in these tubes, and whilst I was taking pictures of them, I've lost the lids, which is why they don't have the lids on. But this is a bit of a BC cigar. This is the Serie P number 2. So it's the same size as a Monte Cristo number 2, which I haven't had a Monte Cristo number 2 in such a long time. So this is just over 6 inches with a 52 ring gauge.
And mine is just under 5 inches with a 50 ring gauge.
Similar in ring gauge. Let me touch our tips together. Yeah. See, from the eye they look about the same. When you actually line them up, they don't. These smell absolutely amazing.
Yeah, these are really, like, I can smell a lot of leather already and cedar.
So I picked these up today from the local wine store, and they've got quite a nicely well kept humidor. Let's actually try this close-up thing before I forget. So if we put it about here, you should get a nice close-up of the cigar, hopefully, if I've set the other camera up right. So this is the Serie P. Let's try yours out.
And this is the Serie D.
Might work, it might not. If it doesn't, then you won't see it in the video. If it does, then obviously you would have seen some nice close-ups of the cigar. Don't forget, that's very blunt. Blunt cutters are dangerous like blunt knives in the kitchen.
Goodness me. That was difficult.
Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? We need to invest in a new one. Yeah, let's get these lit up. Dry door on mine is really nice. See, the last time I had a Partagas cigar, I was in the car and I really didn't enjoy it. I forget what one it is, or was. But I was in the car and all I was getting is like really bitter tobacco.
I don't know which one that was.
I was on my own.
Ah, right.
Yeah. Picked it up from Farrance. There's another one here.
Did you review it?
No, I was in the car. Yeah, really didn't enjoy it. I put something on Instagram about it actually, because they're one of John's favourites. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to try one of these. They're like his everyday cigar.
So now I think that's the Serie D. Is it not?
I can't remember.
I think so. Don't know though.
It was a short cigar, really small. It was like shorter than that.
It is a Partagas though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's number 2.
No, I think it is a D. I think it was a D. Yeah, I had it in the car, but I didn't even finish it. I was really not keen on it. So this one's got a really nice dark wrapper to it, which is really quite an attractive thing when it comes to a cigar for me. You've got quite a thick vein here in the cigar, which may or may not have an effect on the overall burn. But let's have a first draw.
I've had 2 now. I think I'm gonna like.
The last cigar we had was that non-Cuban, the Olivia, that we kept saying wrong.
Yeah.
So having a nice Cuban cigar.
Is it not Oliva?
Oliva.
Oliva.
I'm so confused.
It's Oliva.
Oliva. We kept getting it wrong. Someone kindly corrected us in the
David from
comments.
Farrance was actually calling them Oliva at the time, and I thought, it's not how it's said. It's Olivia.
Yeah,
and now,
David.
God, now we were so wrong.
So what I was saying is that it's quite nice to have a Cuban. They're like easier going.
We've had 2 non-Cubans in a row, and I've got to say, do you know what? The absinthe wasn't too crazy. Well, it was a little bit.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, me too. It wasn't like hugely strong with absinthe. That was the live stream, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh my god, that was such a fail, wasn't it?
Everything in live. Oh gosh, no, it just wasn't great. I was going to say some kind of analogy, but I was like, no, just forget it.
Alright, so what we'll do, we'll let these heat up, develop a bit, and we'll come back for part 2 of the video to let you know what we think of these cigars. But I'm looking forward to this.
I am. I think I tend to like Partagas, so we'll see.
Alright, so we'll see you guys in a few minutes. Alright, and welcome back to part 2 of the video. How are the Partagas cigars going? Well. Have a look at this bad burn. I think this might have something to do with the vein that I spoke about earlier on. So I'm ready to knock the ash off, and you can probably see it a bit better now.
God.
Yeah, it just wasn't really going very well, but
Yeah.
I'm going to sharpen that up now, continue with the smoke. Other than the bad burn, they're going pretty well, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying mine. It's definitely a full cigar. I'm getting kind of cedar notes and that really like synonymous pepper note, or spice I should say. That's kind of like quite prominent.
Sorry, I'm smoking you out. For me, with this particular cigar, I'm with you. It's quite spicy, peppery.
Cedar. I'm not sure about you, but mine's like really quite woody cedar.
Let's see. Now I've lit that up again and got it nice and hot, it's really increased in flavour. I also cut a little bit more off the cap to try and open up the jaw. It did a tiny little bit, and it did help. So I'm looking forward to the rest of this cigar. Yeah, it was a little bit tight. Yeah, it was a little bit tight. Let's, before we forget, talk about these truffles. So today we went to Morrison's to get some rice and Coke, and what else did we get? Pizzas.
And some like other sort of bits and pieces.
It was a bits and pieces
yeah, it was
shop,
bits and
wasn't
pieces. It wasn't really too much of everything.
And we also picked up these truffles, which, I'm not going to lie, we've already had a few.
They're really nice.
They are really nice. So they're Monty Bojangles. Is that what it says?
Bojangles.
Something like that. Taste Adventures.
Oh wait, it's probably Bojangles.
Oh. Well, anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
There's 4 different flavour truffles in here. Chocky Scoffy. I sound so stupid saying this. Scrumple Nutty, Flutterscotch, and Berry Bubbly. So why don't we just tuck into one of these now? You have a blue one. I'll have a pink one. And we can try our best to open these. They are quite difficult to open.
They are.
Funnily enough. One thing that I do want to start doing on the YouTube channel is introducing some drinks and food to what we're smoking, so like different pairings and things like that. So the truffles are a good start.
Sit back a bit.
Wow.
Nice. Oh, it's so hard to open. Got it.
So creamy. Extremely sweet.
Yummy.
Did yours have like popping candy in it?
No. Oh.
Strange. Probably not the best pairing with a Partagas. I feel like you need something quite like dark chocolate rather than these sweet truffles. Again, personal preference.
Personal preference, isn't it? You generally like dark chocolate.
So this Partagas has an incredibly smooth smoke output, and the clouds of smoke it's chucking out, it's heavy.
Oh yeah,
Isn't it?
Mine's exactly the same.
And that's one thing that I really like from a cigar, is a lot of smoke output. I spoke about it in recent videos where when I smoke a cigar, I want to feel like I've smoked a cigar without it blowing your brains out. And this is definitely delivering.
Yeah, fully delivering. Me too. I mean, I wouldn't go any fuller than this, like in terms of heaviness. It's probably like on the heavier end of the spectrum for me, but that's not to say I don't enjoy it. It's really nice. I'm really enjoying it.
It's got a really horrible flavour then.
Really? I got a horrible... Anyway. I had a horrible stench.
Really?
Yeah. From that.
That was really odd. That tasted really nasty.
Odd.
I don't know what that was. That's a bit strange, isn't it? I was like, oh god.
This is the Cuban we're talking about.
Maybe it got a little bit too hot, I don't know. Wow, that is burning really hot. I'm going to let that cool down just a little bit. So, overall, how are you finding the Partagas so far?
Really enjoying it. Obviously, you know, it's quite peppery and spicy, which is, you know, it's quite usual for the brand, Partagas. I'm not getting any sweetness. I often get a lot of almost kind of like burnt caramel kind of taste through many Partagases that I've tried. I don't know quite what that is, but I'm not getting that with this. It's definitely more kind of pepper spice cedar. But yeah, really enjoying it. I'd probably smoke this in the evening time, kind of like now, rather than during the day, because as I say, it's on the heavier end of the spectrum for me.
Quite a big cigar too, isn't it?
For me,
yeah. One question that I did want to ask you guys, just randomly before I forget. In terms of video, in terms of cigar reviews, what's your preferred length of video? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes?
30 plus.
And upwards. That's something I'm really interested to know, because I really enjoy the concept of like Hazel smoking one cigar, me smoking something a little bit different or a little bit like similar but not quite the same. But I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys in the comments. What do you want to see from us in terms of video length? Are you interested in seeing food pairings, drink pairings? Would you be interested in us both smoking the same cigar to get comparisons rather than yours versus?
It's not a versus, although that's what we like to put in the title. It's more like this is mine, this is yours.
And how do they differ?
Yeah.
I quite like that concept. But yeah, there's just a little thought, a little thing that I want you guys to think about. Comment below if you do have any input. What we'll do is come back in a few minutes as usual for the third and final part of the video. We will wait until we're in the final third of the cigar, and hopefully we can give you some really good feedback. So far it's going really well for me. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the smoke output as we've discussed. But yeah, we'll see you guys in a few minutes. Alright, welcome back to the third and final part of this YouTube review on these two very delightful Partagas cigars, which I'm not really enjoying all that much. How are you finding yours?
Yeah, I have to say, I didn't really want to say a bad thing about this cigar, just because I generally like Partagas cigars, but it's not bad, but it's just not amazing.
Not delivering.
Yeah, I mean, it's alright. It's a cigar. I can understand why people like this one. Serie D is relatively quite popular, I find, amongst many cigar aficionados. But for me, it's just, I'm not getting any spark from it, you know? It's just kind of pepper, spice, and a little bit of wood. Not to say those things are bad, but I'm just, it's just a little bit...
underwhelming?
Yeah, that's exactly the word. A little bit underwhelming.
I feel much the same.
Yeah, same.
I feel much the same. I'm not getting a lot of flavour from it, to be totally honest with you. It's spicy, but that's about it. And it's kind of tarry. It's leaving like a really strange aftertaste in my mouth, which isn't pleasant. I don't know if that's something to do with the age of the cigar. I don't know if it needs longer to develop in age, but I don't know.
Yeah.
The burn was a little bit off. Loads of smoke output, which is really nice. It's a super smooth cigar. But when it all comes down to it, for me, it's about flavours. And this just hasn't really delivered for me. But like you say, I understand why people like these cigars. I understand why people, would go back to them. Yeah, they're decent, but
yeah, for me, I look for something that really takes my fancy, something a little bit, well, like I said earlier, a bit sparkly, a bit different, you know, a little bit flavour grabbing. It's a new one, but you know what I mean. But yeah, this is just okay. This is, very pepper spice, and that's about it.
Yeah, not a beginner cigar.
Nope.
This is definitely something that I'd recommend to anyone who's a seasoned cigar smoker.
Yeah, it's mine's full. Is yours? I'm definitely full-bodied.
Yeah, medium to full. Yeah, I just it's just a little bit. Yeah.
It's a cigar.
Yeah. Ratings out of 10?
Okay, So my rating out of 10 would be I'm really tossing up between a 6 and a 7. It's not quite a 6.5. It's not quite. I'm going to give it a 6.8.
I'm going to go 6.5. Both personal preferences, of course, compared to what we're used to smoking, to what we like smoking. But this just didn't really deliver anything for me on this occasion. But anyway, that's the end of the cigar review. I don't really want to continue with that cigar, to be honest. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe on this video. Really appreciate your time. I enjoy making these videos. So do you.
I do indeed.
We get to sit down, chill out, speak to you guys, have a cigar. So I mean, what's there not to enjoy? So until the next time, again, thanks for watching and we'll see you soon.